Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big team spill.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. This is the tight end, Njoku. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 55, 55 to Mike. Danny. King. Wide, get wide.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Good. 180. Alert. Watch out. Hey, Alpha. Pistol. Pilot, 64. Watch out.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield is going to fire one. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Regular. 59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Let's go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. King.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 50's the mark. Hey, watch the slant. Hard. No. He's coming. Double up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. Mark 50. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turn. Over there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, orbit.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Run. Hey, high 7. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hurry. You don't want none.
Here's Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
61, matchbox right. Point it right. 57's right. Don't get nervous.
Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 62 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Sam off. Tighten up.
On the toss, Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't...
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Regular. Bravo. Check. 59. Squeeze, double. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
To throw, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We got to get to the ball. X3. 218. Chopper. He's checking crap. Hatchet.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Echo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The D tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Let's go, defense.
Back to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Got it. Hey, check. Mike 50. Here it comes. Get it.
Back to throw now on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Keep it on the ball. Shoot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They toss to Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. Gone. Check nickel.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
3rd and 13.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check. 55 to Mike. All day. Hey, Delta. Any day. 55 Mike, guys. 55. Check. Hey, alert 33. 55.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mayfield going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time. Hurry. Let's get off the field.
And the blitz does come. Now he steps away. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none.
Hey, Alpha.
93's the mic.
2nd and long. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Nixon. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Run. Hey, exit.
59.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Point it right. 955. King.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Under 10. Hey, Steve 6. Alert.
Mayfield looks to throw. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Rip right. Quick dash. Go.
Hey, alert 33.
Check.
General West.
The twins.
They run it again with Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Watch it. Regular.
Let's see what you got.
Real.
Mike 55.
Hurry. Up.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What we got? Check now.
Let's go. Get set.
2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 94 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get put.
Well, he's into the clear. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 77 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, alert 33.
Shit.
Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
King!
Nice, 55.
Run. Hey! High 7. One touch.
Mayfield on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Single. 85, I'm coming for you.
Hurry.
Here we go. Tie it left.
Hurry.
You got nothing.
Mayfield now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Rattling. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
King.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that set.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I've thrown it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
First down, Cleveland.
180!
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. One twist. Shift. Rush in.
Pistol.
Rush in.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Run.
Mark 57.
So don't say nothing. Hey, wahoo!
57.
Hey!
Yo.
And again, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hurry!
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hurry! Go get him!
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Cleveland, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.